And welcome again to Cottage Talk. I am Russ Goldman. This is my preview of the semifinal Carabao Cup second leg at Craven Cottage for Fulham against Liverpool. These are my 5 keys to victory for Fulham against Liverpool. I'm going to be sharing that in just a few minutes. I'll also be sharing a little bit of what this means to me, this Carabao Cup semifinal against Liverpool. I'm go into that. I'll also share my starting 11, what I think Marco is going to do, and I'll end with my prediction. As always, please do subscribe on YouTube and Apple Podcasts. It does help other Fulham supporters find us. Okay, so to get us going, I'm just going to share what this means to me and what it probably means to so many Fulham supporters everywhere. But first, what it means to me is a lot. I actually put this on my own Facebook page. It just means a great deal. I try to explain it to friends and family that do not understand what this Carabao Cup semifinal is about, how important it is to Fulham, how important it is to me. And I've had the privilege of going to Wembley. I want to see the Fulham supporters get back to Wembley, but this time in a domestic cup, a final, and then actually win it. I know how much that would mean to so many. So it means a lot to me, but also for me, more importantly, I want it for all the Fulham supporters. They deserve it. They haven't been there in a domestic cup final since 1975. I was actually thinking about what I was doing in 1975, and unfortunately, I was watching my Boston Red Sox lose in the World Series to the Cincinnati Reds. So I was on the bad side of that as well, like Fulham in the FA Cup final. I didn't get to see victory. I want to see Fulham not just beat Liverpool, but get to the final and beat Chelsea in the final. I know I'm jumping ahead. I shouldn't do that, but that's what I want. And it would mean a great deal. I've been a Fulham supporter since 2007. And I've gone through the ups and the downs, many more ups than downs. But what ultimately I've gotten out of this Fulham experience, and as I put on Facebook, is the friends that I've made. So this means a great deal to me because I know what it means to so many people. So for me, I want Fulham to win in the worst possible way, not just for myself, but for all my friends and all the Fulham supporters around the world. It means a lot to me. Okay, let's get to my 5 keys to victory. Let's start with number 5. And I think this is a big one. William and Jedi need to dominate on the left. And I think that they have an opportunity to do that. Fulham have a chance to dominate on the left. And that is why that's my number 5 key to victory. Let's go to number 4. And this is a big one. No mistakes from Tosin and Diop. They cannot make any mistakes against Liverpool because they have so many threats up front. You can go to Jota, you can go to Darwin Núñez, you can go to Gakpo. They all can take advantage of mistakes. For Fulham to get to the final, Tosin and Diop cannot make mistakes. No mistakes. They can't make any mistakes. That to me is going to be huge in this match. Could Tim Ream be back? I don't think so, but you never know. But I'm going with Tosin and Diop. They have to play mistake-free against Liverpool for Fulham to get to the final. Number 3, Marco has to get the starting 11 right. This is a big one because it's funny. I was actually listening to a show over here called Ronaldo Talks Football. Eric Ronaldo, former member of the U.S. men's national team, and Jason Davis were previewing the match. And Eric said he believes that Marco's going to come out and be pragmatic. I disagree with him. But the starting 11 is going to tell me a great deal. And I think a key to this is going to be central midfield. Will he go with Paulinho, Kearney, and Andreas? Or will he go with Harrison Reed instead of Kearney? That will tell us a great deal. I think Marco has to nail his starting 11 because if Fulham are set up correctly, I think they have a very good chance to score some goals and get to the final. But he has to get Fulham off on the right foot, getting that starting 11 right. I'll share my thoughts on what I think is the right starting 11, but I will give you a preview to tell you that I think he needs to start Tom Kearney instead of Harrison Reed. That's one thing that I'm looking for when I'll be seeing that starting 11. Who will be with Paulinho? I hope it's Tom Kearney. All right, let's move on to number 2. And this sounds like an easy one, but this is a very important one. Fulham have to score the first goal, and dare I say they have to score it early. If Liverpool score the first goal, it's going to be extremely difficult. So for me, Fulham have to score the first goal. That's why I go back to getting the starting 11 right. And honestly, they really need this to happen early in this match. If they get this first goal, I think they have a chance to really do some damage against Liverpool. Now, what's interesting, I was listening to a podcast called Redmond TV, and I actually know the host, Steve, good guy. He has a lot of respect for Fulham. But what was interesting about this preview from a Liverpool's perspective, they were almost assuming that Liverpool were going to score the first goal. And what would happen to Fulham if once they scored the goal? Well, here's my question to the Liverpool supporters. What if Fulham score the first goal? What's going to happen then? Because I like Fulham's chances if they score the first goal. I also heard the argument on this podcast that Liverpool are a second half club and score a lot of goals in the second half. That's all true. But there's some serious advantage to Fulham scoring that first goal. And I think they have a chance to do it, but they're going to have to get that goal, and then they can really call the shots in this match. And I'm going to say this right now. I don't think Fulham are going to play this match in a pragmatic way, but we will see how they play this. I think they're going to play an aggressive style. I think they're going to press Liverpool as Liverpool press them. And I think they're going to create opportunities. I really like Fulham's chances in this match. As you can probably tell by my voice, I'm pretty excited for the match. Okay. Coming up next is my number 1 key to victory for Fulham, my starting 11, what I think Marco's going to do, and my prediction for the match to end the show. Okay, so my number 1 key to victory involves the Fulham supporters, all my friends that are going to be at Craven Cottage. The Fulham supporters need to turn Craven Cottage into an atmosphere like the Derby County match and the Juventus match. I'll throw in the Hamburg match. It needs to be that type of atmosphere because I think Fulham will feed off that big time. So Craven Cottage has that chance to be an incredible atmosphere, and I know the Fulham supporters are going to do it on Wednesday night. I expect it because I believe in them, and they are going to help push Fulham over the line to get to Wembley. They're going to be the X factor in the match. The Fulham supporters are the X factor because I think they're going to make Craven Cottage an incredible atmosphere, get behind the team, and really propel them to Wembley. I believe that. That's why this is my number 1 key to victory for Fulham against Liverpool. It's actually the Fulham supporters who I believe in with all my heart. Okay. So to end the show, I'm going to share my starting 11, what I think Marco's going to do, and my prediction for the match. So for starting 11, I'm going to go with Leno, Castagna, Diop and Tosin, Anthony Robinson. I'm going to go with Paulinho, Kearney, Andreas. On the left, Willian. On the right, Bobby Decker-Dover-Reed. Up front, I am going to go with Raul Jimenez. Now, these decisions that I'm making, I think, give Fulham a really good chance to win. What I think Marco is going to do I'm going to say it right now. I think he's going to do the exact same thing. I don't think he is going to play more defensive against Liverpool. To watch will be the decision in central midfield. If he plays Harrison Reed, I think Marco's going to have a game plan to be more defensive and try to beat Liverpool in the second half. If he starts Tom Kearney, he's taking it to Liverpool. So for me, that's going to be the tell in how Fulham are going to play here, how they're going to approach this. It's going to come down to Kearney and Reed, and I hope he starts Tom Kearney. And also, I want to mention Tim Ream, I believe, is available for this match. I do hope Marco does not go to Tim Ream because I fear what the Liverpool players up front can do against him because he just does not have the legs anymore. So a lot of tough decisions, but I think Marco's going to go with my starting 11. Okay. To end the show, I'm going to give you my prediction for the match. Now, Fulham are down a goal, and I think Fulham are going to win the night 2-1. I think they're going to win the match 2-1, and then it's going to go all the way past extra time, 2 penalties, and Fulham are going to win on penalties. I am putting Fulham through to Wembley. I might be one of the only ones, along with many Fulham supporters. I'll guarantee you not many experts or prognosticators are going to be picking Fulham, but I'm going to. I'm actually truly believe they have a legitimate shot to get to Wembley. We all want to see it. It means so much to all of us. And the funny thing about it, before I go, I just want to mention this because I think the difference in this match will be the Fulham supporters and the players feeding off that, because the players know that they can make history. Just watch João Palhinha's video, and that's all you need to know. It's probably been told to them over and over again. They have this wonderful opportunity to make history, to get Fulham to Wembley and potentially win a trophy. That is huge for all of these players. I don't see it as a burden. I see it as an opportunity that will propel them to Wembley. So for me, I have a good feeling about this match. I understand why the Liverpool supporters and probably most experts are going to pick Liverpool. I'm going with Fulham. I'm going with my heart. Yes, I'm going with my heart, but my head also says to me that Fulham have a legitimate chance to get to Wembley, and we'll see if I'm right. Okay, well, that's going to do it for this episode of Cottage Talk. As always, please do subscribe on YouTube and Apple Podcasts. It does help other Fulham supporters find us. That's going to do it for this episode. My name is Russ Goldman. Thank you as always for watching and listening to Cottage Talk, part of the talkSPORT Fan Network.